Hey, I just want to share something with you. And happy Saturday, by the way. We're just a few days away from Christmas. I hope everybody's all set up for Christmas. I just, just be thankful to God that, to see another Christmas. And I want to talk about the Game Awards. Uh, you guys know the Game Awards ratings, man, broke a record this year. Just thought I'd give you this small tidbits of, I told you I like to do some gaming news every now and then. Now, I wrote down some numbers. Let's check this out. Look how much these numbers have grown. Okay, the Game Awards uh, total viewingship in 2014 was $1.9 million. 1.9 million people tuned in to the Game Awards. Pardon me, not dollars. 2015, 2.3 million people tuned in to the Game Awards. And I want to share this with you. There was a guy at work. He don't work at my shop no more. He told me about the Game Awards. I said, man, I don't even watch that stuff. He goes, man, you should check it out, man. So they show a lot of games that's going to come out, on the Xbox and PlayStation. I said, really? I said, yeah. I said, man, I don't know. So I got home back in 2015, I think. I came home. I said, man, he told me about. And then I turned it on, and there it was. I started watching it. I was sitting there going, this kind of reminds me of some Oscars type stuff, I said to myself, because I wasn't a gamer. All my friends were more of a gamer than I was. They know I like to play games, and they obviously knew how old I was, but I was talking about my boys and how they play video games and how I was working all these jobs and how I'd come home and watch them play, and I'd get each one of them a game when it was their turn, and then I was telling them how I liked some of the games they played and blah, blah. And then I was telling them when I had my hip surgery how I was off work from having my hip replaced. I was playing, Jack and Daxter and Ratchet and Clank, and then I went into I met my friend Chuck, and he turned me on to Uncharted. So they was down through the years, all these younger people was listening to me talking, and they started giving me ideas about video games. Hey, you might like this, and that. Check this out, and blah blah. And then and when my boys got older, they started talking about games, and they seen I was playing games, and they give me little ideas and stuff. So anyway, he told me about the Game Awards. So I think it was 2015 when I actually sit back and I actually was I was like, there it is. I said to myself, so I watched it, said not too bad. But anyway, I kind of kept up with it. Now, how I watch the Game Awards is through other people's YouTube channels, because a lot of YouTubers that I watch, they got bigger channels, and I kind of like just see what their reaction is and stuff. Or they'll do a live stream. I'll look and say, oh, what's your name's watching the Game Awards? I'll sit and watch it for like 35 minutes, then I'll flip it off. And I'll do something around the house, and then I'll go to somebody else I like, and then I'll be like, oh, he's doing the live stream, so I'll watch that. And then I'll be on this channel watching him and his, Joe Raptor. They call him Joe Raptor. He has his buddies on there. I just like them talking and hearing what they say in the background and stuff. And then uh, uh, who's the other guy? Dreamcast guy. He has a live. He does you know, and then Young Ye, he has sometimes. And so I'll flip through all these YouTube channels and I'll just look at them, watch, and then I got stuff to do and I'll just flip it off, or sometimes play in the background. So that's how I was able to keep up with the Game Awards. But anyway, the Game Awards have been growing uh, year by year. So anyway, like I said, the Game Awards broke a record this year. They're claiming they got bigger than the Super Bowl, but when they in the article they said no, we didn't. We didn't get bigger than the Super Bowl. That's one of the biggest. The championship soccer thing, that international soccer thing. It's billions of people viewing that. So, but the Super Bowl is as far as here in America, it's pretty much big. They was trying to compare it to the Super Bowl, but they was only just saying that as a joke. But they was saying no, we're not as big as the Super Bowl, but we are growing. So anyway, back to these numbers. Thought I'd share them with you guys. Again, Game Awards 2014, 1.9 million viewers. 2015, 2.3 million viewers. 2016, 3.8 million viewers tuned in to the Game Awards. 2017, 11.5 million people tuned in to the Game Awards. You see how it's growing every year? So 2018, it went from 2017, it went from 11.5 people tuned in for the Game Awards. 2018, it went to 26.2 million people. 2019, it went to 45.2 million people tuned into the Game Awards. So you see how much it's been growing each time? 2020, 83 million people tuned in to the Game Awards. So 2019, it was 45.2 million. And then it went from 45.2 million in 2019 to 83 million, almost double. 2021, it was right around 80, it was 85 million people. So it like a couple million more from 2020 to 2021. 2022, 103 people tuned in to the Game Awards. 103 people tuned in. 2023, 118 people tuned in to the Game Awards. 118. 118, you guys. 2024, 154 million people tuned in to the Game Awards. So I don't know if I'm pronouncing this guy's name right, Jeff Healy or whatever his name is. I think he's doing, I always hear, last year I heard that they did some stuff that they didn't care for. I think they had some teleprompter in the back when the people was trying to accept their speech, accepting speech, and said, please wrap it up. I know he listens to all the complaints and stuff, but I've heard people say that they thought that this one did a little better job. So hopefully they'll pay attention to a lot of this stuff and just keep making improvements, because this is kind of like the Oscars of movie industry. This is like the gaming industry's Oscar Awards, so they just call it the Game Awards, right? So I'm gonna throw my little 2 cents in here. I think this is great. And I'm gonna tell you time and time again, I had nothing against that Black Myth Wukong. I just wanted something different and fresh to win the Game Awards. And Astrobot won the Game Awards. Shockingly, we didn't have this deep dive, long, drawn out storytelling and all this stuff. Those games are great. And like I told you guys, I'll probably end up getting Black Myth Wukong next year, because I'm going to slow down on buying games because I just got to beat the games I got. But Black Myth Wukong, I know they're going to improve on the, updates and all the patches and stuff. But the game, I heard the game is great. I'm just burnt out on all those games. That's why I was so happy when Astrobot won. Astrobot is for just families and kids, and, old grandma can sit back with the little kid and play Astrobot if they wanted to play with a little kid to keep them preoccupied, and have a little kid and the grandma and grandpa wants to play. And, of course, grandma and grandpas, they can't play games as well, but it's something that people can connect to as family, you guys. Come on, My goodness, man. I am shocked that they give that Game of the Year. I just thought they'd be too damn scared to give the Game Awards to something like that. I said scared, and that's what I mean. Because they're so hell-bent on trying to tell all these ridiculous, depressing stories, but that's not just it. They always shoehorn a bunch of stuff in there, political messages and all the other stuff they like to put in there. And Astrobot got it. If you play Astrobot, there is none of that in there. None of that. So anyway, my last 2 cents I'm going to put in here is like, I know I'm the minority. I could care less about movie stars coming on stage. I know it was, I like Harrison Ford. I really do. I like Harrison Ford and all the actors that come. I do like Keanu Reeves, when he. But I really think the gaming industry is the gaming industry. It's the gaming industry. You have the movie industry and you have the gaming industry. The movie industries did not get the gaming industry where it is today. It is the developers and the companies that made these games is what made the gaming industry, not the movie industry. I have a problem every time it seems like the gaming industry is so hell-bent on trying to get the movie industry involved in the gaming industry. You have the Oscars, and then you have the Game Awards. You have the Super Bowl, and then you have the soccer World Cup thing and all that. They're all in different categories. They all have their own DNA. I just think the gaming industry is so hell bent on trying to get the movie industry in there, and I don't want their stench in there. I call it a stench. Because they're always bringing all these actors on there. Most of them, sometimes they look like they're about drunk or about ready to fall asleep. I like a lot of actors in the movie industry, and I wish the movie industry would straighten up. But the gaming industry is the gaming industry, and I am going to stand by my word. The gaming industry was so, everybody's like, you play games? I said, look, I was at work today. The other day I was talking to a guy. He says, "Yeah, man." He says, "You ready for shutdown?" I said, "Yeah, man." I told him what I was going to do. I said, "Man, I'm gonna get up, man. I'm gonna study the Bible in the morning, man. Drink my cup of coffee, man. I said, I'm gonna play my video games." He said, "Video games?" He goes, "You got the PS5?" He goes, "Yeah." He said, "Man, I haven't played." He's much younger than me, and I was just looking at him. His mood kind of shifted a little bit. Like, I said, "Man, I got my gym room, man." I said, "I'm going to be off for 17 days, dude." I said, "I'm going to watch a lot of movies on Netflix, man. I'm just going to chill." I said, "I might go visit one of my kids. If they ain't doing nothing, I ain't visiting nobody. I'm just chill out, man. Chill out." I said, "Ain't nothing playing at the theater besides Sonic." I said, "I don't see that." I said, but he goes, "Oh, man, I haven't played my PS5, man. My PS4, you got a PS5, Vic?" That's how he talk. I said, "Yeah." So yeah, man, that's how Juan talk, this brother I know at work. And he just looked at me kind of weird. He's like, I said, "Yeah, man, I ain't lying, Juan." I said, "I'm going to get up and Bible study every day in the morning." I said, "I'm going to drink my cup of coffee." And I said, "I'm just going to chill out, watch Netflix, some YouTube videos, man. I'm going to be, watching some Amazon Prime, man, and some stuff on." And I said, "I'm going to be in my gym room working out, dude." I said, "I'm just going to be chilling, man, playing some video games, like that." I said, and that's what I'm saying is the gaming industry and the developers, all these, I can't even name half these. There are so many companies in the gaming industry. They are the ones that made the gaming industry what it is today. Oh, that's what point I was going to make. Gaming industry was for, like, a lot of people just think a lot of people were losers, somebody that's in a basement and don't have no friends and all that kind of stuff. Gaming has helped me out so much, because when I went through that bad breakup back in 2009, I haven't dated a girl since then. Back in 2009, and I got through that, I had to move in with this family out in the country. It was 98% all white town. And they took me in, and I thank God this day they took me in to help me get me back on my feet. And it wasn't for them people. I was out in the country, and I just was able to clear my head, and they didn't hardly charge me anything. And and I was playing video games and just getting lost in those video games. I don't care what anybody say, man. Video games is nice. It makes me get away from this crazy world that we live in. Same way when you go out and watch a good movie that ain't got nothing shoved down your throat. You get ready to go in that make-believe world, and you're just in that theater, man, just like, because I still support theaters. And I'm like, I go and watch all that stuff, man. I'm just lost in that world. Then when I walk through that hallway and then open up that door and the daylight hits me, or if I go to evening, nighttime, it's just nice. So the gaming industry, I don't think people ever thought the gaming industry would be that big, because they always thought gaming industry was somebody that's ain't got no friends, or somebody that can't connect to the world. And I forgot all kinds of stuff like that. I'm like, dang, man, it's like, dang. But then when it became out, when it started getting out there, and thank God, Microsoft, well, I'll say Nintendo is the biggest corporate, because they play a lot of games they make a lot of games and that families can play, and their games are not so dark. And then Sony makes some bangers, and then Microsoft's in there too. They still in there too, and they brought the gaming industry to where it's at, not the movie industry. They had not one thing to do with that. And the video game industry seems like the gaming industry is so hell bent on trying to get Hollywood involved in that, and I don't really want Hollywood involved in it. It's okay to sprinkle some actors in there every now and then, but get an actor that I don't want no damn Jack Black either. Just get an actor that plays video games. I know Jack Black plays video games, but we need somebody different now. Somebody that actually plays video games. But I like Jack Black, but I just need just this thing about trying to incorporate the movie industry in with the gaming industry. You have the gaming industry, then you have the movie industry. And this is impressive, these numbers I just rolled off to you guys. So anyway, I told you guys I would drop some news every now and then about video. I just thought I'd share that with you. I just thought that was impressive. Whatever that guy's name, Geoff Keighley or whatever his name is, I think he looks at everything. And I even heard online that a lot of people said that they thought they did a really good job. They thought the flow was much better. So hopefully they take a look at these numbers and go, man, we on to something. But what they ought to do is they need to back off on Hollywood. Hollywood needs to clean up their own act. They need to clean up their own act. And they need to, we don't need Hollywood putting their stench on the gaming industry, because they have put their stench on the gaming industry, because some of the games that we've been getting it's just like horrible. And that's like when I watched the Superman trailer. You had Clark Kent having a crush on Lois Lane, and I like that. So far, that trailer I seen in the Superman trailer looked pretty good. It's just Hollywood's so, they're so into agendas and what some YouTuber says, the message, and I like that, because the Hollywood always has the message. And this YouTuber always says the message, and y'all know what the message is. It's all kind of putting stuff in, shoehorn this, make sure you put this in there. And I noticed that the gaming industry is trying to do the same thing, which they shouldn't. This is why I was so happy that Astrobot won Game of the Year. It should make people think. It should make the gaming industry go, hypothetically, real quick, what if the gaming industry looked at that Astrobot? Because I told you guys again, I thought Wukong was going to win Game of the Year. I really did. Even they thought so. But they didn't. But at the same time, I looked at Wukong the other day, just a couple days ago. That was yesterday. It looks really, really, really good. So when it's on sale, I'm going to buy it. But just Astrobot winning Game of the Year, man. I ain't going to lie, you guys. It literally gave me hope. It literally gave me hope. I was like, wow, maybe this will be a turnaround. I know there's other people out there feel the same way I do. So maybe the gaming industry will be like, I'm not saying they're going to all just make games that way, but maybe all of them be like, we got some talent. Each company go, well, we got some serious talent too. We're working on this one game over there. Why don't we try to do something else over here? I'm talking about all companies, gaming companies, because there's a bunch of them out there. Be like, yeah, man, maybe we'll try something like that. Sprinkle some more of those games like that. It looks like people are really wanting those type of games back. You see what I'm saying? You can still stay into the Last of Us category and all that kind of stuff and all that, deep stories and all that stuff with all the cutscenes and all that stuff and the gameplay. I get it, because, I got a lot of those games, Uncharted, Last of Us 2. Take Last of Us 2. I did not like that story. I did not like that story at all. Period. I did not like Joel being killed. I found out that Ellie is in love with women, and I didn't like that. But did that change the way I thought about that game? That was a brilliant game, and I also thought that it should have got Game of the Year. When I found out it got Game of the Year, I was like, dang, Last of Us 2 got Game of the Year? And I was like, and then I got thinking, I was like, damn, Vic, I played Last of Us 2 every day when I came home. And my buddy Chuck, I was further than him, but he is more mechanically inclined than I am. And he played that game. And he was like 4 hours or 5 hours ahead of me, because I said, where you at? And I said, dang, he must have, he got into it. So when I come home and I play a game, every day after work, even after I work out, and feed my cat and feed my cat over there, and uh, do my stuff and work out, and I sit down and play that game before I go to bed. I sit there and I say, nah, yeah, Last of Us 2 should have got Game of the Year. It should have got Game of the Year. I did not like that chick, that butchy looking chick. I did not like her. And I had a guy at work like, well, I admire what you said. And he's younger than me. The guy's named Adam. He goes, because I really like Abby. I said, I don't hate Abby. I just did. So I thought that. He goes, wouldn't you be mad if that was you? I said, yeah, but Neil Druckmann threw that story in there. He shoehorned that in there. I said, but I could see what he was trying to do. But I said, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I said, I still say it should have got Game of the Year. Because I was exhausted when I was done with that game. Because that story was so deep. So again, I don't want people thinking that I don't like games like that. I do like games like that. But I just think that they've done away with all these. This is why Nintendo just is Nintendo. They're just like, Nintendo is like way over there. All by themselves. They like, hey, y'all go ahead and do what you go. We ain't, and Nintendo saying like this how Nintendo is. Like, hey man, we ain't got nothing to say about y'all. Y'all do you and we do, and we ain't even, hey, we don't have nothing to do with y'all, man. We cool though. We cool, we cool. But we just gonna stay way over here and just keep doing our thing because it's working for us. While y'all, other gaming industries always dipping your toe in different stuff, which is cool. But by Astrobot getting that game of the year, pardon me, it blew my mind. And I'm like, wow. And from what little bit I watched at the Game Awards, I was very impressed with how it ran. And then I seen a lot of YouTubers and a lot of people that are big YouTubers said that they thought that it ran much better. So maybe Jeff Healy, I think that Jeff Healy is his name, in the Game Awards, people can take a look and say, you know what, this is getting pretty daggone big. Maybe we can just keep making more improvements, because apparently by this little list I just showed you, apparently those improvements, and they must be listening to the critics and the complaints every year after each year, and I think that they're doing much better. So yeah, congratulations the Game Award industry, and congratulations to the gaming industry. You guys well deserve it. And congratulations to all you developers out there that put so much heart and soul in making games for people like us. Something's wrong with us, because that's how imagine this. People used to frown at people, oh, you game, or some women's like, I don't want no man to sit around and play video games. I don't give a damn what you think, girl. I really don't. I really don't. I don't give a damn, I ain't gonna date a guy who plays video games. He sit around and play video. Well, don't do what you go ahead and do what you want to do. Because I've been in so many relationships and got screwed over so many times, and I love women. I ain't even down talking women, because I love women. I thank God that women are on the planet, But when I hear that kind of stuff, I'm like, okay. I don't give a damn what you don't like, because I'm going to do my little thing. I'm going to play my games. I'm going to work out. I'm going to take my walks. I'm going to enjoy God's creation. Don't cost me nothing to look out this window, look at this pretty sky and this beautiful, these animals that God give us to enjoy, cats and dogs and all that kind of stuff. No, girl, you just go ahead and do what you, and all girls ain't like that, thank God. There are a lot of gamer girls out there. But, oh, must be some kid who ain't got no friends and is down in the basement living under his mom's. There's guys that live downstairs under their mom's basement and end up getting their stuff together because they knew they didn't have no daggone money. Not all of them, but I bet you 55, 60% of them's like, I'm staying in my mom's basement, man. I done messed up my life. I'm going to get myself together and get back on my feet. There are people that did that. There are guys that play games and got their life together. Ain't nothing wrong with them. It's just a hobby that they have, that type of talk just kills me. And look how far the gaming industry is not in a category. It's not a specific category of odd or no friends type of people. There's all kinds of people. It started getting mainstream and it took off after that. So gaming industry, again, You're the gaming industry. You're not Hollywood. Separate yourself from Hollywood. Let Hollywood do its thing. I understand if you want to sprinkle a couple of them in there. I get that, but man, let Hollywood be Hollywood. Gaming industry, you worked your butt off to get to where you're at. You know, and Astrobot gives us hope. I'm gonna end it on this. Astrobot give us hope. Maybe the gaming industry will start progressively getting away from some of this other stuff and make more games for people who just wants to have fun. You know, Jack and Daxter, Ratchet and Clank. They don't even want to touch Ratchet. They don't even want to touch Jack and Daxter no more. And I don't even know why. That makes no sense. But anyway, a lot of times you don't have to make a game. You can make a Jack and Daxter and just make it a $40 game. This game's, you know, just make it a $40 game. See if it'll take off. There's all kind of things that the gaming industry can do that they won't do. Dip your toe in some other stuff. See if us, you know, consumers are support it. Like if I see a Jack and Daxter and they say, "Oh, we made a surprise. We got a surprise for you. We made a Jack and Daxter. It's only like a 12-hour game, and we're going to charge you $30 for the game." I'd buy it in a heartbeat if they did a good job. And if they did a good job and they see it sells, I bet you $5 they'll make a longer one. You see what I'm saying? But that's just me, you guys. That's just my take. But anyway, congratulations, gaming industry. From what I'm seeing, you guys are kicking some serious butt. Damn. Y'all went from 1.9 million viewers all the way up to back in 2014 to 2024, 154 million people tuned in for the Game Awards. So that's a heck of an achievement, you know. That means you worked at it. You worked at it. You worked at it. You see what I mean? You worked at it. You worked at it. That's how you do stuff. You just keep chipping away. You just keep chipping away and just trying to improve every year. That's why I tell you guys about this YouTube channel. You know, if you get in that certain wave in the YouTube channel, do what everybody else doing, you can get a lot more views and clicks. If I talk about politics, if I talk about Trump, Biden, if I talk about all stuff, you know, just stuff that's mostly that's hot topics, you can get more views. But I'd rather just keep tinkering away at this channel and build it and just keep going at it. So anyway, gaming industry, the Game Awards, you guys did good because I was impressed with these numbers. I really was. I was like, damn. You know, I kept saying, dang. So that's why I wrote all these numbers down. I wrote all of them down right here. As you see, if you look, I wrote all of them down. And it goes all the way down. I wrote all of them down. I was like, wow, man, that's a lot of work. That's a good achievement. Congratulations. And yeah, you know, I'm happy for Astrobot. I can't help it. God bless. Take care. We'll catch you next video. We'll see.